Okay, so we are here for one of our last interviews of the day, and we've got very special guests to join us from Menspire. They're an absolute force to be reckoned with for the hairdressing industry, but also for the men's industry. And we've been waiting to interview them for quite a while, so it's great that we've got them here today. So thank you for joining us. So here is Josh.
Yes, right. It's a pleasure.
Ollie, how you doing? You okay?
Yep, good, thank you. So, guys, I want to ask you a few questions about, number one, how you measure the success of an event like this, because I know it's a lot of money you have to pump into for the models and for travelling and stuff. So how do you measure it? What's in it for you?
Good question. You know, when I think about these events here in England, there is a lot of money that can be spent in preparation, getting here, hotels, your staff, the models, etc. The way that we try and manage it is by not going into the negative, because that is generally what happens a lot of the time. So we tend to source our models from Instagram, from either turning up here and trying to find someone that looks good. So that's the model situation sorted.
Yeah.
Hotels is an issue because there's loads of us, you know, and everyone wants to be here. And to be honest with you, everyone's here voluntary, you know, none of the boys are necessarily getting paid to be here, and that's all come out of everyone's will, everyone's desire to be here, which is fantastic. So again, that leaves us with a plus, and we don't make any money here, we might not even get any people from our courses here, but what we do get is we get fulfillment from doing what we love. And that's what we get. That's how we measure coming to these events and going, right, we've done ourselves proud, and that's it.
That's quite a refreshing way of looking at it. And what do you... you do a lot. You guys do a lot of stage work. How do you manage traveling around so much and still managing to do things at the salon, and of course all of the academy stuff that you do? How do you manage that?
I think that's a Josh one, because I don't really travel.
I'm still trying to work out how I manage it. If I could put it down on paper, my time, I think it would be very, very interesting. You know, trying to find the balance between home life, personal life, private life, work life is a myth. You know, I don't even know myself how I do it, because it's tremendously hard, you know, trying to not necessarily please everyone, but also to be happy within yourself is a big thing to try and find that balance. So I can't give you any advice, to be honest with you. I'm just doing what I'm doing with the time that I have, and making sure that I'm working hard at everything at all angles. And that's it.
Absolutely. And you guys have such a big following on Instagram and also on your personal Instagrams. How do you manage that in terms of like always keeping up to date and replying to messages or how-tos or questions about courses? How do you manage that?
I think for me, like my personal Instagram in comparison to a lot of the boys isn't something that I'm as focused on, if you like, but with regards to the brand and how we're building the brand, it's a massively vital part of it. So for us, regular posting, good strong content, and also something that I think like Josh taught me recently, and it's so small but it makes such a huge difference, is actually your response. A lot of people's egos almost are a little bit rubbed by social media, and it becomes almost like a bit of a shrine for a lot of people, and they you know, they're getting all these comments, oh, what, your work's amazing, this and that, and instantly, you know, for anyone, that's nice, you want to hear that. But you know what's even nicer? When you respond to someone and you say to them, thank you. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to say that my work's good. And do you know what? What's an even better feeling, more fulfilling thing for me is to actually find someone's Instagram random that likes a bit of my work or something like that.
Yeah.
And,
I agree. Listen, the two things.
Page and like it back.
Yeah. Two things that I will always bring up when it comes to social media is expression and gratitude, and that's it. Like, there are so many people, as they grow their followers, they feel too much pressure to kind of post this or post that, and I'm like, bro, you express what you love doing and you put it out for people to enjoy, to share, because you never know what one person that might inspire. Someone might be like, you know what, I want to give up. All of a sudden they see your image and they think, wow, I would love to try that. And again, same thing with the replying and stuff. Gratitude always comes in place, you know. The more grateful you are, the more you'll be increased. It's very simple.
Absolutely. And Menspire has, from an outsider's perspective, grown exponentially so quickly. And I know there's a lot of hard work that goes into it, of course, from the back. But did you see your business going this way, or has it evolved as the years progress?
Good question. When we started, I knew what I wanted, Sam knew what he wanted, and we knew what we wanted. And we didn't think that we would get to where we are so quick, but we did know what we wanted. We envisioned what we wanted and where we wanted to be. You know, I still remember the times where it was so hard to get into a magazine, and that was one of the hardest things 5 years ago when Instagram wasn't apparent. Yes.
Hello, we've got another guest to join us. Hello.
So I was just getting a drink.
That's okay.
That's it.
Sorry, yeah.
We're just talking about, how did we envision where we're at today? Where was the hard work in, and as a team, what did we do to achieve, the reception that we have, the reputation that we have now? That's where we're at.
Yeah, amazing. And I know you guys do a lot of platform work and show work and you're always demonstrating to people, but do you still get nervous, or does it come naturally now, or is it good nerves, or is it just like, a walk in the park?
I think, do you know what? I actually just got asked that question about a minute ago from someone, which is kind of strange how you just said that. My answer to them was not so much nervous about going on stage in front of a lot of people. I think it's just about performing to the best of our ability and delivering the information correctly. There's always a little bit of nerves about that, but I think we're all confident within our technique and what we're actually delivering. Yeah.
And do you see, where do you see the industry going? Or what do you think is missing, or we could improve on in the industry as a whole, not just for men's hairdressing, but also the whole thing?
Well, we're in a digital generation, so we are seeing a lot more content, a lot more media being online based, and that's where we're looking to head as well. With online education becoming more and more apparent, everyone's on their screens, that's the kind of direction that we want to go with our industry. But I imagine that a lot of people will start to be doing that, which is a good thing, because people can learn at home, and that's the kind of extra bit of studying which maybe 5 years ago people didn't do. So that's where people can progress in silent, when they're at home, and that's it. So education-wise, that's where I think things will go. In terms of the industry itself, we never know.
And what's in store for the next year, or this year even?
Well, we actually have a brand new academy opening in April, in about 6 weeks or so for the academy. We're very excited about that. It's a lot of probably about 5 or 6 years of hard work going into opening this brand new academy, which we're going to be able to launch some brand new courses that we've got coming out, which will be the online course, a course for complete beginners from nothing, start up. We're still going to be teaching our external courses that we're doing now for the international students, and we're also releasing more intense courses for the more advanced students that have done our courses previously already. So we've got lots of cool stuff coming up, and we've got some cool stuff in the salons as well that I'm sure Ollie can...
Amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you aren't already following them, please do follow them. It's at Menspire. Incredible education platform, guys. They travel the world. They appeal to every type of hairdresser. And thank you so much, guys, for being here today. Thank you.